Testy, testy. Okay. Every time I do a Windows update, it resets all of my thingies. Good, good, good. Well, I just said happy Wednesday. What's up, anime? Yeah, whatever. I'm working on the intro. I gotta spice it up. Let's do your prompt, anime. Here we go. Thank you for the prompt.
You Benny Buyer, a guy who purchased a mummy tomb because you think it would be cool to have a mummy.
Okay.
After taking the tomb home, you open it up and see Corey from AiPD who is wrapped up in toilet paper. You say, "You're not a mummy. This tomb is a ripoff." Corey says, "Ah, my tomb."
Okay.
Option 1. Corey then pulls out a knife and says, "I'm not going to hurt you, but I am going to cut this toilet paper off of you so that you can breathe again."
Oh, no, that's the one
Option
keeping the
2.
mummy together.
Benny responds with, "You bought that tomb? I thought you were just a dumb hunk." Corey says, "I'm not a dumb hunk." Option 3.
What a weird
And then you hear a
flirtatious
voice say, "This is not your tomb, it's a fake tomb. Don't buy this one." Corey says, "I'm not buying anything." Vote for your favorite AI response.
I think he meant sarcophagus, but I envision we bought like a whole tomb, like just cut out of a pyramid, and it was illegally stolen on the black market. So I imagine there's like the sarcophagus on like a pedestal, and someone cut the whole room out, and we just plopped it in our backyard like those sheds at Home Depot that you could buy fully assembled. What's up, Noli? It's been a while since we did a mummy prompt too. I think our weird flirtation with number 2 is going to bring the mummy back to life.
Benny responds with, "You bought that tomb? I thought you were just a dumb hunk." Corey says, "I'm not a dumb hunk."
Uh, there is no mummy in the tomb, just Corey. Well, that's what you thought. Corey pretends to be a mummy and continues to pretend to be a mummy and shuffles around criticizing the tomb. Uh, you accidentally step on a booby trap and a real mummy appears before you.
Corey continues to pretend to be a mummy and shuffles around criticizing the tomb. You accidentally step on a booby trap and a real mummy appears before you. Option 1. Benny says, "Oh my god. It's a real mummy. He can't talk but he can move his arms and legs." Option 2. Benny asks, "What's going on here?" The real mummy says, "Don't worry about me. I'll take care of this one."
No, that's our friend Corey.
Option 3. You scream, "Oh no. It's a real mummy." Benny is scared and runs away while Corey says, "I am a real mummy."
Okay, Corey, turn
Vote
around,
for your
buddy.
favorite AI response.
Corey. This is why you never cry wolf. If you're gonna be a mummy walking around a tomb, you gotta face the consequences when a real mummy shows up. I'm gonna put on some tunes.
You scream, "Oh no. It's a real mummy." Benny is scared and
My
runs away
mummy!
while Corey says, "I am a real mummy."
You stand on your front lawn and hear Corey scream as he is attacked by the mummy. You you call up the man that sold you the tomb and ask, what is the mummy's deal?
You stand on your front lawn and hear Corey scream as he is attacked by the mummy. You call up the man that sold you the tomb and ask what is the mummy's deal. Option 1. The man explains that the mummy will attack anyone who steps on its toes.
Oh!
He also says that the mummy can't be killed unless the person putting it down has an antidote. Option 2. He replies,
antidote.
"The mummy is dead. We tried to revive him but we couldn't do it."
Well, I have some news for
Option 3. He replies, he was killed by his wife. She accused him of cheating on her, so she threw him into this tomb and sealed it shut.
you. That's very unusual because normally
Vote for your favorite AI response.
mummification was a prestigious thing, but in this case, you know. Cheater's Mummy Edition. Stay off the toes! I've been playing the My Little Pony mod for... What's HOI for? And what's up, Amagana? Hearts of Iron 4. I've never heard of it. Is it kind of like a StarCraft or an Age of Empires game? I might be thinking
The man
something else.
explains that the mummy will attack anyone who steps on its toes. He also says that the mummy can't be killed unless the person putting it down has an antidote.
Okay. Yeah, kind of. Okay, yeah, so it's like a tactical. You ask what the antidote is, and the man tells you there is only one vial known on Earth, and it is conveniently located near you in the...
You ask what the antidote is, and the man tells you there is only one vial known on Earth and it is conventionally located near you in the... Option 1. Arizona Desert.
Interesting.
You
Okay.
decide to go on a mission of revenge against the man that sold you the tomb. You grab a small bag and leave for the desert. Option 2.
Well, okay,
tomb.
we leave Corey
The man
die,
walks
that
over
means.
to you and says, "This is the last chance for you to save Corey. If you do not take this vial, then his life will soon end."
Toes!
Option
Stop
3.
stepping on my
AiPD
toes!
building. You run to the AiPD building and find the vial. You open it and take out the antidote, which is a pill.
Oh, okay. I didn't think they had pills back then.
Vote for your favorite AI response.
I like the fact that we just drop everything, and you know what? Our friend's dead. He's like, "Oh, I'm still alive. If you could save me if you tried." No, our friend's dead. We gotta go on a revenge mission right away. But I'm not dead. I'm slowly being choked by the mummy.
AiPD building. You run to the AiPD building and find the vial. You open it and take out the antidote, which is a pill.
Gotcha. Okay. Wait, how do I use this? Put another screenshot. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh my god, is that a horse? So, I guess that's really right for, if you could be a playable horse, yeah. Yeah, it reminds me of, like, those Warcraft 3 mods where... Man, that was some good times. That was great moments in gaming. Custom unit models to make them ponies. Oh, that's amazing. Warcraft 3 mod community. That was some fun ass times. I played the shit out of that game. You know, Dota and tower defense maps before they were like the monsters that they are now. It was just like someone had a fun idea. And then it just other people kind of recycled the bullshit over and over and over 8,000 times. You rush back home and see that you are too late. Corey is now a new mummy. Corey has become... well, I guess you can't be. Corey has fallen to the mummy, who is nowhere to be found.
You rush back home and see that you are too late. Corey has fallen to the mummy, who is nowhere to be found. Option 1. You continue to scream at the top of your lungs for help, but no one hears you.
Corey!
Option 2. You go to the funeral home and see that Corey's body is already gone.
Oh, wow.
You return to the AiPD building and get the vial from the security guard.
I might redo this one, because we
Option
already did
3. The next day you go to the police station and file a missing persons report. You go home and wonder if you should do anything about the mummy.
But then again, I love the nonchalantness.
Vote for your favorite
the
AI
laziness
response.
of number 3. It's also, it's lazy, but at the same time, it's like the most real world like. My friend died. I gotta go file a police report, and I wonder if I should tell anyone about the mummy. Nah, not gonna do it.
The next day you go to the police station and file a missing persons report. You go home and wonder if you should do anything about the mummy.
You realize you hear some strange noises from the tomb, and then notice the mummy hasn't left and is just hiding. You force feed it the vial and it transforms into.
You hear some strange noises from the tomb and then notice the mummy hasn't left and it just hiding.
So
You force feed it the vial and
Whoa.
it transforms into. Option 1. A female mummy. You tell her she is safe now and she thanks you. She gives you a kiss and leaves.
Number 2, very.
Option 2. A sexy, naked woman. You get a harden and have to hide the erection.
A harden.
You open the tomb and see Corey floating in the air.
Oh, okay.
Option 3. An ordinary-looking woman. You feel bad for making her eat the antidote, but she doesn't seem to mind.
Number 3 is the most sad. Just a plain
for your
Jane,
favorite
nothing
AI
special
response.
about her looking woman. That's the most surprising. Corey's like, I have unresolved business. Yeah, I know.
A sexy, naked woman. You get a harden and have to hide the
A
erection.
harden?
You open the tomb and see Corey floating in the air.
You realize Corey Spirit needs a vessel, and so he possesses the woman. You ask the woman her name, and she says, I have no idea. It's me, Corey. I was a ghost, and I needed to tell you something very important.
Corey's spirit needs a vessel and so he possesses the woman. You ask the woman her name and she says, I have no idea, it's me Corey. I was a ghost and I needed to tell you something very important. Option 1.
Oh.
I love you. She kisses you and leaves. The next morning you wake up and are alone with the woman. Option 2. You are going to die. You have a heart attack and wake up in your bed. Your wife is laying beside you and asks you how you feel. You say, I'm fine.
Yeah, you didn't see
Option 3. I love you.
Mommy,
You
did
respond, I love you too. You kiss her and then she disappears. You go to sleep after that. Vote for your favorite AI response.
Number 1 implies some regrets. Number 2, I guess Benny Byer has a wife and probably doesn't know about the sexy mummy transformation.
I love you. You respond, I love you too. You kiss her and then she disappears. You go to sleep after that.
Okay. All right. I guess we could just end it, yeah.
The end. In the sequel, the mummy returns. You wake up in bed with the woman. She asks you how you got here and you explain that you slept with her. She says, "It's all right."
Weird. What a weird end. Alright, let's start a new story. Alright. New story. Let's do this one, boss. Sure, why not? Thank you, sure.
You are Greg the ghost. In life, all you ever wanted to do was get high. That hasn't changed at all,
Another
but
ghost
being a
one,
ghost makes
unintentional.
weed much harder to obtain. Option 1. You try to find ways around it, but your attempts always end up in failure. Option 2. You take your first steps into the real world and find it hard to adjust, as every day is just like the last one. You walk through the door of your apartment building.
Groundhog Day.
Option 3. You need some help in order to get your fix. My name is Jack. I'm a drug dealer who's been doing this for years now.
Well, you don't
Vote
need
for
to be
your
that
favorite AI
experienced. The only
response.
qualifications of a drug dealer is you have drugs and you want to sell them. So, the fact that you've been doing this for years is of no importance to me whatsoever. Number one, yeah, just the comical. We try and we try. We keep getting the bags of oregano, and we even got a broccoli once. We're really bad.
You
at
try to
getting
find
the
ways
drugs.
around it, but your attempts always end up in failure.
One day, you find a shaman that tells you he has found a way for ghosts to get high.
One day you find a shaman that tells you he has found a way for ghosts to get high.
Elaborate.
Option 1. You take a piece of his flesh and smoke it.
Whoa.
The shaman is very surprised by what happens
Oh, what's
next.
up, Shirt? Just
He
in
gives you a
time.
new
We
body,
just
but
started
it's
one
not
your
as
prompt.
powerful as before. Option 2. Take the ashes of someone who
Cannibalism
died before you
smoking?
and mix them with some water. The shaman says it will
What?
open an entrance into the spirit realm and allow you to smoke weed.
That's a lot.
Option 3.
That's a
Through
lot.
the shaman's magic, you will be able to make the weed grow and consume itself.
That's not what I want. That's
Vote
not.
for your favorite AI response.
Number 2 is the closest to what I want, but I don't like how you have to get there. I have to smoke my friend's ashes and go into the spirit realm to smoke some weed? That's kind of disrespectful, don't you think, shaman? I do it all the time. I'm not even a ghost. I just do it for fun. We're like, you. That is not all right.
Take the ashes of someone who died before you and mix them with some water. The shaman says it will open an entrance into the spirit realm and allow you to smoke weed.
Sorry, Grandma. You say. Sorry, Grandma. And take her ashes off the mantle and mix them with water, with bong water. You open a portal to the spirit realm and walk through to see.
You say, "Sorry, Grandma," and take her ashes off the mantle and mix them with bong water. You open a portal to the spirit realm and walk through to see. Option 1. The spirit world is filled with many different types of spirits, each one with their own unique personality. They all appear as if they are on vacation from the mortal world.
Cool, it's just like a spirit
Option
hangout.
2. Oh shit. I'm so sorry. Greg's grandmother, Grandma. She is crying her eyes out as she sits on the floor next to the couch.
I forgot Grandma's ghost was here
Option
too.
3. The spirit world is similar to this one except there are no people or cars and there are no houses.
Okay, that's,
Vote for your
those
favorite
are all
AI
massive
response.
differences from our our world. I don't like that grandma can reprimand us for mixing their asses with bong water. Grandma, I just did it to get high. Come on, you gotta understand. You desecrated my ashes to get a little high? Yeah, you want some? Yeah. I thought you'd never ask. Why would I ever leave the spirit realm? It sounds like this is like the place to be. I could get high and hang out with other cool spirits. I mean, in the regular world, I'm just kind of a burden, right? I'm just haunting a house. Boring. Oh god. Oh no. Now I gotta deal with
Oh
my
shit. I'm so sorry. Greg's grandmother, Grandma. She is crying
Real
her eyes
original
out
name.
as she sits
Grandma,
on the
Grandma.
floor next to the couch.
Grandma's her name, and she was born a baby grandma, and then she grew up to be grandma. You offer some weed to your grandma, who just continues to bawl her eyes out. You feel bad for desecrating her remains and tell her you will make it up to her. Grandma tells you she knows exactly what you can do to repay her.
You offer some weed to your grandma who just continues to bawl her eyes out. You feel bad for desecrating her remains and tell her you will make it up to her. Grandma tells you she knows exactly what you can do to repay her. Option 1. You must give her the first hit of weed you have smoked since you entered the spirit realm.
What? I gotta go back in time?
Option 2. She wants to smoke a joint with you.
Hey.
You take her hand and give her a small joint. Grandma takes a hit and passes it back to you.
Yeah, it's puff puff
Option
pass,
3.
Grandma.
She wants to be fucked by you.
Whoa!
You don't know how to respond.
Whoa!
You have never had sex with a woman and you're not sure how to proceed.
Whoa, redo.
Vote for your favorite AI response.
No, don't. Whoa,
Option 1. I want you to eat me. You say.
What's up?
Grandma looks at you like you're crazy and asks why you would want to do that. Option 2. Give her a blowjob.
Ah,
You look
what
over
the
at your
fuck?
wife who is sitting nearby and decide to
Ah.
go along with it. Option 3.
Nope, nope,
Vote
nope.
for your favorite AI response.
Why? Why sexual? Come on, no sex.
Option 1. When you come back from college, you are
What
going to
the
have sex with
fuck?
her.
Why?
You look at her confused. I want to. Option 2. I want to be your first girlfriend.
No, hold on.
You have never had. Option 3. I want you to fuck me. I want you to fuck my brains out right here on this couch.
No.
You tell her, of course.
Hold on.
Vote for your favorite AI response.
Nope, sorry. Okay, you know how to make it up to your grandma. And you tell her that you will spread her ashes in the ocean like she wanted. You return to the you return to the mortal realm and proceed on your quest to the Atlantic Ocean.
You know how to make it up to your grandma and you tell her that you will spread her ashes in the ocean like she wanted. You
Hey,
return to the
sorry, I
mortal
just let you
realm
sit on
and
a
proceed
mantle
on your
for
quest to the
ever.
Atlantic Ocean. Option 1. You find yourself walking along the beach when you hear a voice call out to you. You look over and see a girl sitting by herself. You approach her and ask if she needs help.
Alright.
Option 2.
A little
You find a beach
distracted.
and lay her ashes down. As you sit down, there is a loud boom. You look around and don't see anything. Option 3. You find a small beach near a town and go there. You place your grandma's ashes on the sand and wait. Nothing happens, so you start looking for another beach.
Okay. I mean, well, I
Vote
expect
for your
I'm
favorite
just supposed
AI
to spread and
response.
leave. Why am I like waiting for something to happen? Am I waiting for a thank you? I mean, come on. You don't get thanked for something you were supposed to do 15 years ago. Your grandma even put it in the will. For number 2, I think I have an idea of what's going on. I'm just gonna next it.
You find a beach and lay her ashes down. As you sit down, there is a loud boom. You look around and don't see anything.
You release the ashes just as Godzilla steps steps out of the ocean. Godzilla has just snorted your grandma's ashes. This causes your grandma's spirit to take over the beast, the king of monsters.
You release the ashes just as Godzilla steps out of the ocean.
I don't know why this is
Godzilla
what I
has
thought.
just snorted your grandma's ashes. This causes your grandma's spirit to take over the king of monsters.
Uh-huh.
Option 1. You scream in horror as you see Godzilla grow to twice his size and start attacking your house. Your grandmother's spirit runs out of the house and tells you that she will be back soon.
No, Grandma.
Option 2. It
You
is now
just
your job to
destroyed
stop
the
him from
house by
eating
stomping
everything
on
in
it.
sight.
Huh?
The second chapter is about a boy named Jake. He lives in a small town called Cottonwood Cove.
Okay. Just
Option 3.
completely
She runs
180.
into the house and grabs the bong from the mantel. She pours the ashes into the bong and puts the lid on.
What?
Vote for your favorite AI response.
I might redo this one. Oh, okay. You know what? Yeah, I'll leave it. She runs into the house, grabs the bong from the mantle, and pours the rest of her ashes into the... That's so strange. All right. No! Oh, shit. Oh, no! No, no, no! Hold on. All right, I lost the last response, but
You release the ashes just as Godzilla
okay.
steps out of the ocean. Godzilla has just snorted your grandma's ashes. This causes your grandma's spirit to take over the king of monsters. Option 1. She screams and runs away from the monster. You watch as Godzilla gets back on his feet, walks over to where your grandma used to be laying and pats her grave.
Whoa!
Option 2. You can hear her screaming as she tries to escape. Godzilla hears this and comes back to the surface. He turns to you and says, "I guess we need to have a talk."
What?
Option 3. You watch as Godzilla turns into a woman and starts tearing up the beach. As soon as you see this happen, you realize what you have done.
Okay.
Vote for your favorite AI response.
Number 3 is sex again. Yeah, we're not going there.
You can hear her screaming as she tries to escape. Godzilla hears this and comes back to the surface. He turns to you and says, "I guess we need to have a talk."
You realize that is something your grandma always used to say. And you realize it is her inside Godzilla. Inside Godzilla's mind. Body. Grandmazilla tells you
You realize that is something your grandma always used to say, and you realize it is her inside Godzilla's body. Grandmazilla tells you. Option 1. That she loves him very much and misses him terribly.
Godzilla?
She asks if you could help her to get back to her body. Option 2.
Well, your
That she had a
body's...
dream about you and that you were coming for her. You tell her that you will be right back and go home. You walk into the house and immediately start crying. Option 3. That it is your fault and you should apologize to your grandma. You think about what she said and you want to apologize to her.
I want to apologize, but I'm not sorry
Vote for your
whatsoever,
favorite
and
AI
I still want to
response.
get high in the spirit realm. So I'm going to be pouring more ashes into your... more bong water into your ashes. Not sorry, Grandma? Maybe not something you should tell your grandma when she's Godzilla. But also, I'm dead, so... What could she do to me as Godzilla? Nothing. I'm unaffected. I could redo if nobody. Oh, okay.
That it is your fault and you should apologize to your grandma. You think about what she said and you want to apologize to her.
I want to apologize, but I just don't care. You think for a moment and sing a heartfelt apology song.
You think for a moment and sing a heartfelt apology song. Option 1. I'm so sorry I killed you. I'm so sorry I took your soul. I'm so sorry that I was wrong.
It's pretty good.
Option 2. The Song of the Red Panda. You put your guitar down and go back to the mortal realm. Option 3. I am so sorry for everything I did. I had no idea that you would be so angry. I am so sorry for taking your ashes and mixing them with bong water.
That's not even a song.
Vote
That's
for your
just saying
favorite
what
AI
happened.
response.
I'm so sorry I did everything. I'm so sorry I didn't know. I mix your ashes with bong water. Yeah. Oh, God. I am so sorry for taking your ashes and mixing them with bong water. That it's just that.
I am so sorry for everything I did. I had no idea that you would be so angry. I am so sorry for taking your ashes and mixing them with bong water.
Your Grandma Zilla tears up. And tells you that your apology is accepted. You watch the sky tear open with a light, and you see your grandma's soul ascend to heaven. You watch as Godzilla's body falls backwards and flaps into the ocean. Your grandma has these final words for you.
Grandmazilla tears up and tells you that your apology is accepted. You watch the sky tear open with a light and you see your grandma's soul ascend to heaven. You watch as Godzilla's body falls backwards and flops into the ocean. Your grandma has these final words for you. Option 1. Don't forget me. Don't forget my ashes. And never forget how much I loved you.
This got
You
wholesome.
feel bad
It can
because you
happen.
can't
Oh my
remember
God.
her last words.
Oh no, I was too high.
Option 2.
I should have
Go
wrote
to
this
school
down.
and do well. Don't let me down. You go to school and do very well. You complete all of the assignments on time and never fail a test.
Making my grandma proud.
Option 3. Don't worry, Greg. I forgive you. You go home and put your grandma's ashes into your pocket. You then leave the house.
How many ashes does she have? Is
Vote for
grandma
your favorite
a big
AI
lady?
response.
Because it seems like she's had like 3 bodies worth of ashes so far. Yeah, I gotta find out what we're majoring in.
Go to school and do well. Don't let me down. You go to school and do very well. You complete all of the assignments on time and never fail a test.
You pick your college major in honor of your grandma and graduate with honors with a degree in weed studies. Okay. With a degree in weed studies.
You
Thank
pick
you,
your
Cher.
college
That's very
major
good.
in honor of your grandma and graduate with honor with a degree in weed studies. Option 1.
Chef's
You
kiss.
decide to work at a marijuana dispensary in California.
Nice.
Option 2.
Good
You
end.
find a job as a pothead in a dispensary and become quite successful. You buy a small home and start
I
a
needed
family.
a degree for
You
this?
raise 2 kids with your wife.
Oh, great.
Option 3. You start working at a dispensary and learn a lot about how to grow weed and how to make edibles.
Wow. I guess
Vote for your
smoking
favorite
weed
AI
or
response.
dispensing weed is the only thing you could do with a weed studies degree. Makes sense. But those are lucrative businesses, so. What's up, Chunktober? Yeah, I like the fact that we just become a pothead. A pothead in a dispensary, not a... I didn't read the choices, I just voted. Hey, that's fine. Still better than a communications degree. Reading is for suckers. That's a good option, though. I think that's a happy end. Oh, okay, now we're having a... We either did our grandma proud or we reverted back to just being a little pothead.
You find a job as a pothead in a dispensary and
Great.
become
A
quite
job.
successful.
I guess QA tester?
You buy a small home and start a family. You raise 2 kids with your wife.
Oh. Here we go.
The end. Epilogue. A few years later, you are now in your late 20s. You have been married for 15 years and have 2 children, a boy and girl.
Okay, great. Everything worked out in the end. All right, well, another story here. Let me check the prompts channel. Wow, that's pretty good. Sure. Grandma stuck in a bong. Let me save that. Put it up real quick. Grandma's ashes. Nice. Here we go. Thank you, Cher, for generating this. Here's our grandma's ashes stuck in a bong. What a nice pipe, though. At least grandma's, you know, sitting in there, just loving life. Grandma looks a little bit like a demon. Or one of those odd side alien dudes. Well, maybe Grandma's happier in the bong than in an ornate vase that was meant to be sprinkled over the ocean. Let's see. Let's check the prompts channel. I see John is typing something. I will wait. John, this is all you. All right. Thank you, Chunktober, for this.
You are Mr. Skellybones.
Perfect.
You're the world's best particle physicist and you have just unlocked the power of magic using your ultimate science knowledge.
Okay.
Option 1. To make a nuclear fusion reactor that can produce enough energy to run the whole world. Option 2. You can now use any object in your immediate vicinity to create a temporary protective shield around yourself, or anyone else you wish.
Okay.
However, this ability is only available for a limited time. Option 3. You've been invited to the most prestigious scientific conference in the entire world, the International Conference on Matter and Energy.
Okay, Mr. Skellybones.
Vote for your
Can you
favorite AI
please talk and
response.
share your words of wisdom? I think this requires some inspirational music. I do like the name Mr. Skellybones too. Imagine he's like a Romanian, just very skinny looking dude.
You've been invited to the most prestigious scientific conference in the entire world, the International Conference on Matter and Energy.
I stole it from TikTok. It's the name of a dancing skeleton. Okay. Like a guy in a morph suit with a skeleton on it? Or is it like a one of those like 3D skeletons that's just like doing a Fortnite dance? A bad CGI skeleton. I love it. You realize you need you have something amazing to present. Oops. You have something amazing to present. Your latest invention.
You have something amazing to present, your latest invention. Option 1. A machine that can travel faster than light.
That's
You've been
amazing.
working on this for years and it has taken all of your energy and you've had some very close calls with death.
Yep, sounds about right.
Option 2. A new type of nuclear reactor that is capable of producing energy without the need for fission or fusion reactions.
Sounds like
The
bullshit.
conference will be held at a secret location in the middle of nowhere.
How do I get there?
Option 3. A device that can harness all the energy in the universe into one single point,
Whoa.
which is then able to be used as an energy source or weapon.
Whoa, the Big Bang gun.
Vote for your favorite
That's
AI
amazing.
response.
I could make the Big Bang happen like 80 times a second. And if I get the drum, it's 320.
Kiss me.
Okay. I'm gonna kiss faster than the speed of light. Watch me now. All right, here we go. Faster FTL. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
A machine that can travel faster than light. You've been working on this for years and it has taken all of your energy and you've had some very close calls with death.
You lean in for a kiss with your female co-scientist, co-physicist. But she rejects your advances. You are so embarrassed that you want to die. But then you look at your FTL machine and wonder if you can use it to go back in time and undo your your embarrassing advances, embarrassing rejection. You do, and it works. You successfully time travel and prevent a disaster, a PR disaster. You wonder what else you can do.
You lean in for a kiss with your female co-physicist, but she rejects your advances. You are so embarrassed that you want to die. But then you look at your FTL machine and wonder if you can use it to go back in time and undo your embarrassing rejection. You do, and it works. You successfully time travel and prevent a PR disaster. You wonder what else you can do. Option 1. P.S. I'm not sure how much more of this story I'll be able to write because the next part is going to take place in the future.
Okay.
Option 2.
Yeah, what the heck?
You return to the present day as your coworker Jenny approaches you. She is smiling broadly and says, "I'm going to marry you." What? You say, stunned. Vote for your favorite AI response.
Hold on. Here we go. I'm gonna redo that. Sorry, sure. Redo.
Option 1. You look out over the city. It is beautiful here, a bright blue sky with fluffy white clouds. The white snowflakes are falling gently into the ground. Option 2. The rest of the story is up to you. Post comments, vote, etc. If you like it, please leave feedback. If not, I'll try to improve my writing style.
Okay.
Option 3.
I'm always trying
the
to
next
improve
day
my
you meet
writing
up
style,
with
I
your
guess.
parents. Your dad is happy to see you again after all these years, but your mom looks like she wants to rip your head off. Vote for your favorite AI response.
Mr. Skelly Bones, did you time travel? No. Oh no. Wasn't me. How would you tell that? How could you tell that? If I did do that, how would you have known? I could tell on your face that you've time traveled. What embarrassing event did you cover up? What did you do? Kiss your co-physicist? Wow, mom's intuition is fucking spot on. Mr. Skellybones is his own grandpa. Ew.
You look out over the city. It is beautiful here, a bright blue sky with fluffy white clouds. The white snowflakes are falling gently into the ground.
Oh shit. Okay, I think I know what happened here. You are stunned and realize that you didn't just go back 5 minutes. But when you time traveled, you actually went back 5 months. You fart.
You are stunned and realize that you didn't just go back 5 minutes, but when you time traveled you actually went back 5 months. Option 1. This means that you were in love with your female coworker. You are mortified. How could this happen? You don't even remember her name.
Oh my god. I'm
Option
Urkel.
2. This must be how you get from one place to another. You walk up to the window and see that the snow has stopped falling and the sun is shining brightly. Option 3. You are now standing
It's
in
true
front
love
of the
when you don't remember
hotel
her
where
name.
you will
Yeah.
be staying during the conference. You thought you would never see this place again. Vote for your favorite AI response.
What a love story.
This means that you were in love with your female coworker. You are mortified. How could this happen? You don't even remember her name.
You realize you have to forget all your science knowledge in order to remember her. Oh my god. I like that though.
You realize you have to forget all your science knowledge in order to remember her. Option 1. You need to get back to the present and
Also, you
make
have
up
to
for
become a
lost time.
skeleton. Yeah.
You go home and change clothes and you try to think of how to tell her about your new discovery. Option 2. So you come up with a plan. You will become a new person, a tourist, and you'll pretend to be a scientist from the future. Option 3. So you put everything
What?
down and start from scratch. You find yourself back in the lab and see your female coworker again.
What's your name again?
Vote for your favorite
Oh.
AI response.
That's even more embarrassing than the kiss. This makes me seem senile and old. Jason Skeleton's fart. It's been proven. Would love to see a video. Number 2 is like ultimate deception. Quick, I'm from the future. What is your name? Just tell me your name. Tell me everything about you. Number 2 is too smart for me. Yeah, I don't really. I'll pretend to be a tourist from the future. We just have the Groucho glasses on, and we go, "Yeah, I'm from the future. I'm from the future. You will tell me your name and everything about you."
So you come up with a plan. You will become a new person, a tourist, and you'll pretend to be a scientist from the future.
You give yourself the new name of ...
You give yourself the new name of. Option 1. Mr.
Elephant
Skellybones,
farting?
Mr.
Why are you
Bones,
posting
and you
this?
leave
Oh my God.
town for the conference. You arrive at the
This is not a
hotel where the
skeleton. This is
conference
an
is being
elephant.
held and check in. Option 2. Mr. Skellybones. You dress in a suit and
These are
tie
all
and put on a
bad.
fake mustache. You head off to the airport and fly to San Francisco. Vote for your favorite AI
We're
response.
redoing the new name.
Option 1. Skelly Bones. You decide to dress as a tourist and take photos of the city. You decide to get a hotel room near the main square and walk around. Option 2. Mr. Skelly Bones. You check yourself out in the mirror and Option 3. Mr. Skelly Bones, and you start looking for a hotel.
I have to redo.
You find one and check in. You get settled in and vote for your favorite AI response.
I want to explore the city. Sorry. You come up. You decide. You go undercover under the name.
You go undercover under the name. Option 1. John Smith, and make your way around the city.
A
You
tourist.
find a hotel and book a room. You change into your disguise and head out into the city. Option
Well, you
2.
got your-
Of a tourist. He
got what
goes
you
to the
wanted, Jim.
conference dressed as a professor. Nobody recognizes him and he flies back to his hotel unharmed.
Okay.
Option 3. Dr. Alan Skelly, and you
That's
get a
too
job as a
close.
professor at Harvard University. You decide to start teaching physics to students who are interested in the subject. Vote for your favorite AI response.
We're using science to remember our coworker because we don't want to lose it all.
Dr. Alan Skelly, and you get a job as a professor at Harvard University. You decide to start teaching physics to students who are interested in the subject.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I got this. You convince your students that to get extra credit, they have to spy on your old female coworker, Dr. Elizabeth Pascoli. Your students are desperate for your attention and vast wealth of knowledge. So they agree. You learn everything. You learn the following things about Dr. Pascoli.
You convince your students that to get extra credit they have to spy on your old female coworker Dr. Elizabeth Pascoli. You students are desperate for your attention and vast wealth of knowledge, so they agree. You learn the
This
following
is
things about
unironically
Dr.
kind of a fun
Pascoli.
premise. Nice.
Option 1. She is married to an Italian man named Carlo and they live in Cambridge. She is a great cook. She loves to read and reads many books. She is also very intelligent. Option 2. She is a young woman of 25 years old. She is 5 feet 5 tall and weighs 110 pounds. She has straight
Small.
black hair, brown eyes, and a slender body.
Small lady.
Option 3. She is married to a wealthy man named Peter. They live in a large house in the suburbs. She has 2 kids, a boy named Michael and a girl named Amanda.
Well, in 2 of these, she's married. And
Vote for your favorite
that makes
AI
it
response.
all the more wrong that we tried to lean in for a kiss. Carlo the Italian. Carlo. All right. You guys. Bye, Omagona. It's only wrong if she doesn't want to cheat on Carlo. Good point. But we know from our future that that's clearly the case. This is gonna get dark. Well,
She is married to an Italian man named Carlo and they live in Cambridge. She is a great cook. She loves to read and reads many books. She is also
She
very
is my
intelligent.
obsession. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Dr. Pascoli will be my audience. Something, something. Da, 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 da. Sneak into her house and fart in every room. Well, I don't know how we could use science to do it, but why? You realize you start to feel some side effects from using your FTL machine to time travel.
You start to feel some side effects from using your FTL machine
There
to
has to be
time
some
travel.
repercussions to using
Option 1. You've developed a crush on Dr. Pascoli. You try to hide it by making yourself seem like you're not interested in
this.
her.
I mean, yeah, blame it on the FTL
Option
machine.
2. You get too attracted to people and you find yourself getting aroused by them. You are constantly horny and cannot stop thinking about women. You begin to fantasize about having sex with every woman you meet.
Oh no, oh god.
Option
It's made
3.
our obsession
Your hair
worse.
turns gray, your face becomes wrinkled and you gain weight. You start to feel like you are getting older. You lose your appetite and your sex drive goes down.
We went back in time, but our body
Vote
went
for your
forward in
favorite AI
time like
response.
20 years. That's how space-time works, baby. It's weird and wacky, wild, weird. Oh, God. I can only go back in time
Power up.
2 more times, maybe. I do like blaming machine for I'm so
Your
horny.
hair turns gray, your face becomes wrinkled and you gain weight. You start to feel like you are getting older. You lose your appetite and your sex drive goes down.
Okay, you level up and gain the following tenured professor powers.
You level up and gain the following tenured professor powers. Option 1-to-1, you can ask any student a question and they must answer as if it was the first time they heard it. 2, any class can have more than 20 students. Option 2-to-1, you can always assume the identity of any other professor except yourself. 2, you can change any student's grades. 3, you can make anything you want appear anywhere in the classroom. 4, you can.
You can.
Option 3-to-1, you can teleport objects of any mass. 2, you can control matter and energy. 3,
What?
you can create a holographic image of yourself. 4,
Wow.
vote for your favorite AI response.
Being a tenured professor is awesome. I want tenure. I don't even teach and I want tenure. I mean, who cares if our body's gone to shit if those are the things we get as a trade-off? Oh man, more than 20 students? That sounds amazing, yeah. Just because they can doesn't mean they will.
One, you can teleport objects of any mass. 2, you can control matter and energy. 3, you can create a holographic image of yourself. 4,
We'll get rid of 4. You use these powers for evil and try to convince Dr. Pascoli that her husband Carlo is crazy. By you decide you create the ultimate plan to prank Carlo.
You use these powers for evil and try to convince Dr. Pascoli that her husband, Carlo, is crazy. You create the ultimate
Definitely
plan
wouldn't
to
have been
prank
easier to just
Carlo.
kill Carlo. Well,
Option
I'm not
1.
a murderer.
You
I'm a
create a
scientist.
fake website called Carlo's Crazy Wife. You write a story about how Carlo was having an affair with a famous astrophysicist named Dr. Pascoli.
Oh, damn.
Option
You're
2.
the other woman,
You
Dr.
set up a
Pascoli?
fake lab in your own house and invite Dr. Pascoli over to see it. Option 3. You create a fake paper trail that shows you are having an affair with his wife.
Oh.
You make a fake phone call to her and tell her you are on vacation in Paris.
Oh, what the fuck? I don't see where number
Vote for
3
your
is
favorite
going.
AI response.
I like number 1 a lot, but we tried to convince her. It's our username is like Dr. Skellybones, though. Skellybones69. So like you could see the author of the Carlo's Crazy Wife blog. 3 is too smart for me. A paper trail, interesting. It just says, I am having an affair with your wife. Oh my god, look at this paper trail. It's just a piece of paper.
You create a fake paper trail that shows you are having an affair with his wife.
Don't really need a
You
trail.
make a fake phone
trail
call
of
to
one
her
piece
and
of
tell her
paper.
you are on vacation in Paris.
It works. And Dr. Pascoli gets a divorce from Carlo. I don't know how it
works and
but it
Dr.
worked.
Pascoli gets a divorce from Carlo. Option 1. You decide to sell your FTL machine and buy another one.
What?
You use this new machine to travel back in time and meet Elizabeth Pascoli. She is a beautiful woman.
Why did we go through all
Option
that
2.
effort?
You become a famous scientist again and your fame grows. You meet a young girl named Jennifer that you like. She is
no.
smart and beautiful and has a great personality.
Donks.
Option 3. You have now graduated from college and are ready to head back home.
What?
But first you need to explain what happened in the last few weeks to your wife.
Oh my god, we were married the whole
Vote for your
time,
favorite
too?
AI response.
Oh god damn it. Helga Bones. Listen, dear. You might hear some things about me. Like I tried to kiss and ruin the life of my co-physicist, Dr. Elizabeth Pascoli, but everything is true, actually. Yes, I did that. Mr. Skellybones tells his wife everything. She's super into it. Interesting.
You have now graduated from college and are ready to head back home. But first you need to explain what happened in
Your
the last
wife
few
is
weeks
Carla.
to your wife.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go with John's suggestion here. You tell your wife everything. And your wife is surprisingly into it.
You tell your wife everything and your wife is surprisingly into it. Option 1. You show her the fake paper trail and she thinks it's hilarious. You leave for your home and you arrive back at your house in a week. Option 2. You have a great marriage and still have a lot of sex. You are happy. You suddenly realize that it is time to go back to work. You pack your bags and leave the house.
Alright, this might be an end for these.
Option 3. You both decide to buy a house in Boston so that you can spend more time together. You decide that you should take your wife to Paris so that she can see the sights.
Wow, these are all nice, I guess.
Vote for your favorite AI
Not
response.
nice for other people, but Carlo really got the fucking short end of the stick here. We've stumbled into a good end. It only took ruining the lives of 2 people. I don't know how I feel that my wife thinks it's hilarious. It's like, I kind of ruined this guy's life. It's incredibly selfish of me to do that. But do you think it's hilarious? Now I'm a little bit weirded out. I mean, I'm glad you're not mad, but
You show her the fake paper trail and she thinks it's hilarious.
she's just
You
impressed that
leave
it
for your
worked.
home and you arrive
guess.
back at your house in a week.
Alright, I think that's a good place to end.
The end. In the sequel, Dr. Alan Skelly is a famous scientist in the future. He has discovered the secret of time travel and he uses it to change the past.
Oh, so it's like Back to the Future 2. Kind of the same thing happens. Marty, it's Dr. Skellybones. We've got to go back to the future. He realizes he may have made mistakes, yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Tomorrow is our last stream. You know what? It might be a short one too because I still have to pack for New York. And then I'm gone Friday to Monday. So the next time I'll see you will probably be Tuesday. Bye, Hoiwei. See you tomorrow. And if I don't see you Tuesday. Join the Discord, Spit Your Pumps. Bye-bye.